babes.
Yo, yo, yo. We at it again. So we were just reading this newspaper, right? And so we seen this suspicious death.
Yeah.
So we were reading and we were reading and we were
traced some
reading.
backstory to something that we remembered.
Right. And I was like, wait.
This is familiar.
Yeah, so I'm just like,
remember this.
yeah, this ain't familiar, because it was kind of familiar, but it wasn't familiar because we ain't been there.
I know, right?
So we were chatting it up with this person that knew about the crime. So they were like, well, I know about the crime, and I was like, nah. I said, how you know about the crime? And they was like, yeah, the person was at my house a week ago.
And like we were doing some investigating, and we were like, that's a little suspicious.
Right, because I normally don't investigate shit like this, because I'm just
this
like,
was serious. Like serious. Like how can we have something this serious not be investigated?
Right. So he's like, oh, it's the truth though. And I was like, I said, okay, but I don't know if this is true or not, because some people like to prank and they like to play about,
like they think they're funny. They just want to get a little quick YouTube short, and then they want to make some views.
Hey, don't be doing all of that. But so it was about this particular death, and they had like this dude, he was walking by himself. And I heard that he was like, he had this brown paper bag. It had a beer in it. He was going home to his whole, like.
He was going home to bring his wife a little bit.
Right, like I heard about his wife, and I was just like, what the hell? And I was like,
oh hell. Going up here?
No, because it was weird, because I was like.
And then we heard the following day of that somebody killed him. And we were like, we checked the news article, and they had security cams. You know, the person was wearing
this woman that was his wife. She was like, she was all he had.
Like, yeah.
And they were planning for a baby, and they were trying to get married, and then all of a sudden
they were like friends.
And then it was late at night, like the day before, he was at the basketball court with his friends. He was telling him how things were about to change. And so the death was unexpected. The death was unexpected out of the blue, and I'm just like, how did that even happen?
And like, y'all, what's weird is when we checked the security cam, we saw a black figure.
And then this nigga, he never did weed. They didn't try to front, like,
all he did was
they were plotting on this nigga. Like, this nigga, he was
a perfect husband. He was like
he was calling her his wife, and they weren't officially married, but they were soon about to get married. And so some shit like this happened, and I'm just like, how did this just happen just out of the blue?
Exactly. And like they were doing a proposal. They already had the wedding plan to be in the Bahamas. Like they
were not going to no Bahamas.
Yes,
they were.
Yes.
No, they were not going to the Bahamas. No, they were not. They weren't. They look. They were barely making it. Like they were struggling. Like they were struggling their damn selves.
Oh, I thought that's true.
I'm just saying.
So they were just planning like the wedding day at like the courthouse or something like that.
Yes.
Like it's because it's a little cheap and something like that.
Yeah, and then it was like the day before, right before he died. He was at the basketball court. He was with his niggas, like his fellas. He was really like holding on.
He was in the mood.
He was not trying to let this girl go, because he was like, even though I've been, because it was at one point in time where he was messing with some other chick, and it was not really his fault. His women done left him and moved to a whole different, a whole nother city, far away. And then and then she came back, and then they were just living their lives normally. She done moved in with him. He done, and then all of a sudden, out of the blue, it's like, oh, he somebody was talking about how somebody wasn't gonna stay here for long, and it was just creepy as fuck. It was just like, somebody done really like told him that he wasn't gonna make it. Like they basically tried to downplay this nigga, like he wasn't doing nothing for her. Like he was
Like, y'all, it was.
like he was always taking her out on dates. He was always.
They might have been barely making
Hey.
it, but they would go to like Denny's or something, and they were eating good.
He was taking her out. Like he was doing the most that he can do for her, and she really loved him. Like she really appreciated everything he was doing for her, and then so they were all gathered. They was all gathered around the night before, like they pretty much not his homies, but his so-called, peeps that he was having money trouble with. And so they was like, they were telling him that he didn't have long to live. And so he was saying how when tell him about his sister.
So y'all, his sister, she was barely getting by too, but she was doing everything.
Yeah, but his sister.
But y'all, the sister and the brothers, they were doing everything they can because there was this surgery they can do to kind of like help give them more time to live. Like, because there was he had this heart problem, and it was.
He ain't have no heart problem. My bad. But you making that shit up, cause he ain't have no heart problem. Oh yeah, I forgot. He did have a heart problem.
Oh my God, bro, you have long-term memory loss.
No, I don't. It's just. Yeah, but guess what? You knew what the doctor said.
I do.
But that means he was okay.
Yeah, but y'all, he had heart problems, and he had to get this certain surgery to give him a little bit more time, and because he wanted enough time to spend time with his child, because like we said, his wife had a child in her, and they were getting ready to have a baby, and it
was somebody that he called wife. It wasn't really his wife.
Yeah.
They just called each other husband and wife type shit, because they were really about to get married. And I don't know why his sister, this one particular person offered him a shirt. This girl, she was always instigating. She was always wanting to be around him and want to keep him away from his wife. But
she was a bad sister.
She didn't care nothing about him and his happiness. She wanted to keep it all about her. And she even had him staying away from his own wife.
And me and Bobby were like, who does she think she is telling a grown man?
Exactly, a grown man. She let this she oh my freaking gosh. She's
the main character.
Exactly. And it had nothing to do with her. It had nothing to do with her from the start. Especially after these two started talking and shit.
And y'all gonna be shocked to hear who killed him. But we're not getting to that. We're getting bigger in details of how the story tracks up. Y'all, so let me explain what the surveillance camera saw. The surveillance camera, we picked up a black figure, and we saw it was rapidly approaching quicker and quicker because he was just...
But it was not fair because that fucking car that he was driving was found somewhere else. Like they really ditched this man's car and then had hit it on a highway somewhere, and then it's like, damn. They really
were all out in this case. What's also crazy is when we checked the surveillance camera, we also saw that he was coming back from a basketball night with his friends, and he had a beer in his hand because, not a beer.
It was a beer. Remember, because it was in the brown paper bag.
Oh yeah, he had his.
And
beer.
Then they said they said that he was hit. He was hit in the back of his head. I was like, what?
No. And also,
It was not fucking hit.
and we saw that the man when he got killed, the man in the black figure got out the car, he slashed him in his back, in his neck, and he had a getaway driver, and he drove off. And we're assuming that that's how the car got lost. The getaway driver must have crashed it and dipped with the black figure, and then that's how it happened. So
now we really don't even know, because first of all, and then I just feel as though he was speaking his fucking, you know what I'm talking about, the one they call Todd, the one that be trying to, start problems in the damn neighborhood. When look, this is what happened. He really grabbed. It's like it don't make a bit. It's like,
what, y'all?
I'm telling you, this shit was so fucking messed up, because freaking the woman had the fucking video. She had the fucking video. And then he still tried to deny it.
Like, it's crazy. But y'all,
now, this is what I hope didn't happen. The woman that he called his wife didn't decide to then have somebody, shoot him or whatever it may have been. Because that's why he tried to then cover his tracks, because he was sleeping with the woman that he tried to make it seem like it was his sister, his whatever.
We're gonna explain
and they was just having a secret affair. But I know it was nothing about no affair. It was about something deeper than that.
Yeah, but y'all.
And then he tried calling her that she was dirty and all this other stuff, and that she was stank, and that she just smelled bad. But then you hear about how freaking. So we're gonna call, instead of saying his real name, we're gonna call him.
We're gonna call him
Nana. We're gonna call him Nana.
No, we're gonna call him Tommy. Just for her name.
No, we're gonna call him Tommy Nana. So when he had finished, so this is what happened. I don't know who remember the story of. It was pretty much a story of,
But y'all, I know what y'all been waiting for.
how people run,
we're gonna explain who's
and then they shoot, then they throwing rocks, and they shoot, they pretty much trying to stone him, but they try to put the stone in him, and
But y'all, we're gonna explain how we got murdered now. So we're also gonna explain who did it. So how he got murdered was a knife.
But I had look, but I just know him. I know him for real. Like, I know this dude. Like, he
used to be her friend, her best friend. Like, they used to go way back.
Nah, we wasn't even best friends, because me and him, we never went to each other's house. That's not that, like, we never went.
That doesn't mean you're not friends. That just means that y'all
we were associates.
Like, you know how we were talking about how
we were associates time from time.
Like, y'all know how we were explaining how he wanted to cover his track. Like, the only reason he didn't invite her to his house is because he didn't want anybody like.
And I told him, don't be out that late, because he was gonna get hurt. And it's like, I was I was pretty much just telling him, because that was around the time I started going to the library, and he was like,
books about this.
Like, I was writing my stories, I was writing my books, I was doing the art, I was doing the paint. It was just, I was just reading too much at the time, because all I had was just
bad thoughts in her mind. Like,
it was bad thoughts, but at the same time, it was thoughts that was just reminding me of what was happening around him, and he didn't even believe himself, and I had believed him more than he believed in himself. He really made it all about his wife, and even I was getting mad, because I was just like, dang, he always talk about his wife. Everything you hear is about his wife.
Exactly. Like,
all you hear,
he's so much his wife. The first person he introduced her to was his wife. Like the first person.
Like, his wife was pretty much
his star.
She like, and then it seemed like she didn't even care. Like, and then it's like, just shook. They shook, and they shook him.
Exactly. But y'all, we're gonna explain who killed him. So the person who did, well, we're not getting right away, but we're gonna get a little deeper. So who did it was this. Apparently, we found out, and she's in jail right now. The sister, he wanted to break them apart so bad.
I told him not to go. I told his ass not to go, and then I slammed the door because I was like, why did you? Why, like, I'm giving you a sign as to not to go, and you go anyway.
Like exactly.
He was talking about how he was about to get on his knee and propose to his girl, and I'm just like, man, you will never. I was like, as long as you keep on dealing with her and you trying to play both sides, it's like, it's not going to work that way. You can't pick two people that you know is like, it's some type of conflict. You cannot do it. You cannot.
But y'all, so apparently we did the investigators did some digging, and we figured out that the sister had hired two hitmans to eliminate her brother, because apparently that girl, the guy who called his wife was like never loved him and used him all for the money and stuff.
Exactly, and then she gonna then tell him, oh, you can go keep that other bitch. And I was and then I was like, what? Does she not know? Like he was a dangerous, like he was dangerous his damn self. I'm not gonna make him seem like he was just this innocent little
He's not innocent.
But because he would have his moments and he'll lash out on her.
Like sometimes he would abuse her, maybe hit her once.
No, he never hit her. He never hit her.
He said he has to. But yeah, it's kind of crazy how the sister. But now they figured it out.
Boy, please, he ain't hit her. She was look. She and then his baby mama.
Yeah, his baby mama.
And he didn't. Yeah, he.
And another thing is,
if you know what I mean.
Yeah, another thing is the sister's in jail. You know how many years she got? Bobby tell him.
Man, they done gave him a whole 20 years.
Exactly. Like that's pretty.
And that was like 3 years ago.
And y'all, she's still living her life in prison. And those two hitmen, guess how long they got?
They ain't gonna tell her, oh, I came to come pick up my daughter. It's like, oh, now
you want to say. And y'all, Bobby, tell him how long.
Because that's when I was over there with his baby mama at the time. And me and him had gotten into it because it was like, it had something to do with his wife. And I was just like, you following behind your wife. She doing all she can to take care of your ass.
And she don't even like him. The fact is, she don't like him, and he just acts like she's the star of the show. But the sister, I think she's more guilty than the wife at this point because
she is guilty.
Exactly.
I was telling you that his sister was. She played a main part of it.
Like y'all. Those hitmans, they sent him. They in there.
Like
they in jail for 33 years. We all like the getaway driver only got 5 years because he didn't really do the murder. He just helped with it. Oh, crazy. Yeah, like the getaway driver, they got 5 years.
But yeah, it really took a toll on him. He ain't have nothing to do with.
And the fact that he's dead now.
It's the fact. I feel like his baby mama and his sister, like, because they was always hanging out every fucking day because she wanted to see her niece, and she was always trying to talk about why your brother be doing this and why your brother be doing that. It was stuff like that. They was talking about stuff that would make you, it would make you, hey, I'm talking to the people, about the story, newspaper. Like and guess what? That was the last time. It was like it must have been a whole month.
And
before he got murdered, the last time I talked to him, I was like, cause we never really bumped into each other like that. It was just like it was like an occasion occasion,
Nah,
I'll see
she
you.
actually
I'll
should-
see you when I see you. Cause if I don't see you, then we
He was
Yeah.
sick. And y'all, Bobby actually shed a tear because you know how she might not have gone way back, but like she gave him warnings, gave him all
and
that.
that's exactly what I was like. Yeah, if I see you, then I see you. If I don't see you, then you obviously don't care. You obviously don't care to forgive. You want this shit to keep going on and on and on and on and on and on.
And y'all,
You're not willing to just be like, okay, I see that she's not. You know,
and
you
y'all, it
just wanna-
came to a point where Bobby just gave up on him because like it's because like y'all, he wouldn't stop caring for that wife, knowing that she don't even like him. She just uses him.
She didn't even get his last name.
Like and when the husband asked her,
and then
babe,
like
what's my birthday? She didn't even know his birthday.
He got look. This is by the end of the day, he got caught up.
Exactly.
And he was talking too much.
And now he gone. Like, bruh. And you know, the funerals.
He pretty much you pretty much jaded yourself. Like you got yourself shot because you decided that it was okay for you to be like, oh yeah, I know this and I know that, and talking about some what's good and what's bad and all this other stuff, and I was just like, oh, okay.
And now, y'all, the fact is, he's gone now.
And then he was like, oh, she's a snake. She's a this, she's a that. And I was just like,
no.
but you was by the end of the day, he wasn't talking to his sister. And when he did go around his freaking baby mama, he wanted to make sure that it was obvious that he was done with her.
And y'all,
he made it obvious that he was not going to.
And the fact is that wife got no years in prison only because she wasn't a part of
That
the
wasn't
murder.
even his wife for real.
Like, I know, like it was her.
And she had nothing to do with it.
I know.
That she had nothing to do with it.
Exactly, but she never
loved him. He tried to make it seem like she had something to do with it.
Exactly, even though he's dead. But y'all, this is gonna be the end of this vlog. We'll see.
Nah, because I still need to talk about it. Because,
oh yeah, we forgot that one part. So we're gonna end the video. So let's start.
No, this is the part I can't get over though.
Yeah.
Because he walked up to them. He pretty much threatened them.
Like, he's just started causing problems. He's making problems happen. And then he's over here.
Like imagine somebody trying to make you, take up off all your clothes and shit. And he's using it in a way like he's using it in a way like to the point where it's like, who told you this and who told you that? And it's like he's pretty much trying to, tell you, like,
tell y'all who's the boss here.
Yeah, because he knew he was gonna set this up because he was like I'ma send him somebody, and if you know what I mean.
And y'all,
he gonna talk about I'ma send this person somebody.
And y'all, he really thought
he knew what was happening.
Exactly, and he got himself killed at the end of the day. Like, it wasn't
Talking about I'ma send him somebody.
And like, y'all, bruh,
just to set the man up.
And y'all, that husband, I'm not even gonna call him innocent. He's not innocent. Like, the wife and the husband, they were just guilty at the end of the day. Might as well.
He set him up. Like, he pretty much had them to go out there
and get him and kill him at this point.
Like, and then guess what? They talking about some. Oh, he done fell into a deep sleep. Nah, motherfucker, you done killed him.
Gone. Like, it wasn't even him. He set himself up at this point. Like,
you done killed the motherfucking, like, the whole shit. Like, you really had to come into it and then making it into something that you wanted to be when it was never like that. It had nothing to do with you.
Exactly.
It was never about you. It was never about you.
But yeah, that's the story about how the killing happened. And y'all, his house that you remember that house in the last video that we showed you was
that house that they was living in,
yeah,
was paid off.
Exactly.
It was paid off.
Exactly. And the fact is,
she was freaking knitting. She was knitting in there.
and doing nothing. Like the man, he was literally doing
Like
everything. Paying
she
the
was
bills.
knitting in there. She had her own business. She had her own money coming in,
And she still didn't do anything.
and now she just stays up by her damn self.
Exactly.
We don't know what's gonna go on with her life.
She
We don't know
probably
what's
getting
gonna go.
herself something killed too. Like at this point. But y'all, that's the story of the man who got killed. So y'all, we will see.
All right,
We'll see.
like, comment, and subscribe.
Like, comment, subscribe. Y'all, bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.
Peace.